معالي الوزير مولاي حافظ العلمي المحترم، وزير الصناعة والتجارة والاستثمار والاقتصاد الرقمي في المملكة المغربية، معالي الوزراء ورؤساء البعثات للدول الشقيقة والصديقة، الأمناء العاميين للمنظمات الدولية والإقليمية، السيد أحمد أخشيشن رئيس جهة مراكش، السيد محمد مفكر والي مراكش، أصدقاؤنا وزملاؤنا في مجتمع الآيكان المحترمين، السيدات والسادة وضيوفنا الكرام، تحية طيبة وبعد. أهلاً ومرحباً بكم جميعاً في اجتماع الآيكان 55 في مدينة مراكش الجميلة. اسمحوا لي في البداية أن أعبر عن خالص شكري وعظيم امتناني لصاحب الجلالة الملك محمد السادس ملك المملكة المغربية حفظه الله، وعلى رعايته السامية لاجتماع الآيكان رقم 55 هذا الأسبوع، والذي يعبر عن الأولويات العالية للمملكة المغربية في تنمية التقنية، وأخص بالذكر قطاع الاتصالات وتقنية المعلومات. وأنا سعيد جداً بأن أرحب بكم جميعاً في مراكش. كما نود أن نشكر جهتنا المضيفة معالي الوزير مولاي حافظ العلمي وزملائه الكرام، إضافة إلى شكرنا وامتناننا للسيد عز الدين المنتصر بالله مدير عام الوكالة الوطنية لتقنين المواصلات، إضافة إلى اللجنة المنظمة المحلية على الاستضافة الرائعة للاجتماع. This has been quite a ride. And it's been a successful journey that we did together. I'm almost 4 years into this journey that you entrusted me to join you on. And I think success was really a product of our work together. For those of you who were with us in Prague in June 2012, I remember sharing with you that I really hope that as we work together, we build ICANN as an oasis, not as a fortress. And it happens to be that today, on my last meeting with you, we are sitting on the largest oasis in North Africa. 24,000 palm trees surround this wonderful place. And what a great symbol of the oasis that ICANN is. For my African colleagues can tell you that an oasis is open. It has no walls. It's welcoming. It's attractive. We want to go to an oasis. It gives us life. It gives us purpose. And here we are standing on a beautiful oasis today. Now, as I'm leaving you, I recall the poet Gibran Khalil Gibran, who said that the mountain is a lot clearer from the plain. So as I start stepping away and I look back at this community, I urge you to stand with me just for a moment and look at what we have. Because it's different. I just met, coming in this morning, an ambassador who is coming here for the first time, accompanying the minister from their country, and asking, what is this? It's different. What happens here? So let me tell you, Madam Ambassador, what you have here. What you have here is a group of people who volunteer their time to build a resource for everyone. And it's unique. There's nothing like it. The magic of this community is unmatched. And when you come in, it feels different. Well, how do you make decisions? What is this consensus thing? Bottom up, all these words we use because we live here. So like you, Madam Ambassador, I came to this community 4 years ago, and I asked the same questions. And the answer is just marvelous. It's a model we call multi-stakeholder, a not very pretty word, big word, complex word. But it's not the word that matters. It's the spirit behind this word. The spirit of working together making things happen for a resource today that is fueling a $4.2 trillion economy just in the G20 countries. A resource that when Vint Cerf and Steve Crocker and Bob Kahn and all these great engineers who gather quietly, humbly every year in this thing we call the IETF have built, continue to build with humility, with effectiveness. This is what we do here. We actually bring together a resource that serves everyone. And the world doesn't understand how we do it. So I tell them, come, look at this beautiful room. We have 1,200 seated people here and thousands more watching. These are the people who come to make the magic. Now, I often thought, what drove me? One of you in this room wrote me once a text. She knows who she is. And she asked me, what drives you? What makes you get up every morning and keep doing this? And I'm still doing it. I was up till 1 a.m. with some of you yesterday, trying to advance this and make it happen. It's purpose. And what is our purpose? What is the purpose of this organization? Well, the best answer to that is to go back to those that started this organization. And I looked at some purpose-driven organizations before. Procter & Gamble. Why do you think Procter & Gamble, the great American consumer products company, was created? Because Procter & Gamble, the two Irish boys coming off from their country to the US, said, there are many soldiers dying in the trenches. We need to figure out how to stop the diseases. So they made soap. Their purpose was to save the boys. What is our purpose? Well, I came and learned with you that our purpose comes from within those who started this. And when I searched for it, the best picture I had for it is John Postel. John was driven by a purpose. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you all know what it is. You taught me what it is. I shared with the staff in my parting meeting with them that when the war started in Lebanon, it was 1975. I was 13 years old. And my dad came home one day and he said to my mom, where's Fadi? And she said, oh, I don't know how to explain this to you, but the militias picked him up this afternoon to go learn to use weapons. And my dad went crazy. He said, I don't want that boy to use weapons. She said, we had no choice. They took him from the house. So he came and picked me from the camp and drove me up to the main highway between Beirut and Damascus. And he stopped the first lorry he found. He told him, take my son to Damascus and put him on a one-way plane to Geneva. Get him out of here. And I'm 13. My dad put me on this lorry, this truck, and I had no idea where I'm going. And I remember looking at my dad. And I said, where am I going? Where are you sending me? This is home. And he said, remember, go and remember what you believe in. What is your purpose? And I said, what is it? And the truck is leaving, and I'm asking him an existential question. I'm 13. And he said, I can't tell you. It's in you. It's in you. And this community has purpose within it that was planted early by the selfless humility of the engineers who built this. Let's keep this spirit. It's magical. I meet governments, I meet powerful people, but at the end, we are all looking for purpose. You know, the Stanford neurosurgeon who just passed away and wrote the book that you should all read called When Breath Becomes Air, died in his 30s. He wrote in his book that man is made to strive for a purpose. And if we don't, we become like painting a tiger without stripes. So let's keep striving. Let's keep our purpose. Let's keep this magic. It's wonderful. And I will take it everywhere I go. It's enriched me in ways I will never, ever forget, ever. Recently, which I don't do much, I sat down to write something I was feeling. So I wrote it down, and you know I rarely read anything, but I'll read it to you. I was in the middle of one of these difficult moments at ICANN, where process was weighing on me. And as you know, I'm impatient and I want to get things done. But at ICANN, I learned that process is sacred, is important. So I wrote this. Process is the guarantor of our core values. Consensus first, bottom up, fact-based, accountable, and impeccably egalitarian. But then I wrote, spirit, however, is the bond of our community. Trust-based, transparent, inclusive, free, and deeply empathetic. If we do not adhere to our processes, we jeopardize our legitimacy. However, if we lose our spirit, we will fall apart and join the long list of institutions that prioritize procedural purity over our character and principles. So process is precious, but spirit is sacred. Balancing them wisely is the only assurance of our continued success and the soul of our impressive multi-stakeholder community. So with this, I bid you farewell. I will be the best cheerleader for you. I will still travel around the world and tell people that I touched this great community, that I had the privilege of working with you, of sensing the magic of this multi-stakeholder community. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity. Bye-bye.